Well, guys, I don't know if you read my funky little caption at the beginning of this, in my little introduction, but that's my little chicken farm. That's just some clips of what I got going on in my life besides tattooing at home. Anyway, I want to share a lot more of my own personal life and everything. I know I've shared a lot before in my start in tattooing and overcoming addiction and prison and all this kind of stuff. But I think as a natural progression through life, when you find a way to advance to the next level, you're going to get a lot of criticism by people. And normally that is out of their own fear, or they're a little bit jealous because they don't have the balls to take these risky steps. Anyway, so if you saw, I did open my own tattoo shop. It is Castle Keep Tattoo in Wilmington, North Carolina. We've been open now for 3 months, and I will tell you, it has been a great learning experience for me. It has really motivated me to make the shop a place where the artists working in that shop want to be. I've worked in a few tattoo shops, and I will tell you, I worked in one that it became every day that I had to go to work. It felt like work. It didn't nurture the creativity that I had. It just seemed like a drag to be there. So that's the number one thing that I wanted to change with this shop, with my model. Um, I want to give people the freedom, but to get into my shop, I want to have experienced artists that maybe have had these experiences at other tattoo shops. If you get an artist that's just starting off and they're just starting their tattoo career off and they go straight into this kind of laid back, come and go as you please type shop, set your own appointments, it's not really my shop is not really going to be for you. Mine's for seasoned tattoo artists that know how to manage their own business, um, set up all their own appointments. They handle all their business themselves without the shop actually providing all those things for them. Because I have a pretty good name, I have a lot of spillover with the clients that I have, and a lot of things as a luxury now that I've worked so hard. People come to me for a specific thing, and if it's outside of something that I really am passionate about, I will pass that work down to one of the other artists that are working with me. And a lot of times it's not because it's not because it's a lame subject matter or anything like that. A lot of times it'll be something that's high color, and I am a black and gray tattoo artist. So I don't do color anymore. Luckily for the people at my shop, a lot of them love to do color. If it's a smaller piece, I have a girl that works at my shop. She's doing a very great job, and I can pass these smaller tattoos off to them. So I do keep the people in my shop as busy as I can with the overflow that I have. But I'm looking for artists that already have their own clientele, and if they're not as busy as me, I can always supplement that a little bit, and then I do my best to keep them busy. So when I opened my shop, I've been thinking about this for probably about a year now. And you grapple with these things, and you need to weigh some things out. If you're thinking about opening a shop, you need to know that without the shop that you're currently in, you are able to stay busy, that you're able to market yourself, that you don't need somebody else or the shop that you're at to supply you with their name. You've kind of built a name for yourself, and now you've become free of the need for a shop to keep you busy. Okay. Second off, the shop owner, in my opinion, I would never work at a shop that was not owned by a tattooer. First of all, because a non-tattooer who's just in it to make money, they're not going to understand the business. They're not going to understand your day-to-day life. So as a tattooer myself, I can provide the examples for the people that are working with me, not for me, at my tattoo shop. I think as a tattoo shop owner, you should be inspiring the people that work with you. I know I was working at another shop, and although the owner was a very skilled artist, I just found things about the shop that I thought I could do better. Um, so I've been taking notes over the past couple years of things that I don't like in a tattoo shop. The things that don't work for me is when the 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 shop feels like a 9 to 5 job. I want my artists to, once you've reached the level that you can come into my shop, I want to give you your freedom. I want to give you the respect, and I want you to just be able to tattoo and run your business as a business. You're working in my shop, but you are your own business. Um, I want to provide a clean shop. I've worked in shops that are just not. They just do not take care of the cleanliness of their shop. That's a very, very important thing and a major pet peeve for me. I want my shop to be tidy. I don't want stuff all over the place. I don't want cobwebs. I don't want random stuff stacked up all over the place. I want it to be clean and fresh, and that should never be a worry for the artists that work there. Um, anyway, so let's get back to the story. So I worked at one shop a couple years ago. I decided to leave because I had an opportunity to get better and learn with someone that invited me to come to their shop. It was someone that I really respected, their art and their tattoos, and being around people that inspire you will help you lift your art to the next level. It's guaranteed. If you kill your ego and accept that somebody knows something that you don't and they're better than you at something, you're around them, have an open mind, and know that you got to cast your ego to the side and you're there to learn. So for a long time, I grappled with the idea of opening my shop. Like I said before, I was kind of unsatisfied at a lot of the shops that I was working at. And a couple times it got to the point where I was providing everybody else that worked in the shop, including the owners, with business. I think as the shop, it should be the other way around. The shop, if you're working at a shop, if you're paying the shop to work there, they should be doing everything they can to promote you, to show your work, to all that kind of stuff. They should be the ones that are lining you up with appointments, not the other way around. So I found myself in that position at the last 2 shops I was working at. I knew I was always staying on top of the social media. I was always propping up the other artists that I work with. You know, I'd post their stuff on my stories. Hey, go follow so-and-so. Their work is incredible. But I really never saw that reciprocated. So I felt like I was giving more than the shop was giving to me. Anyway, if I work with somebody and I really enjoy you and enjoy your work, I will absolutely do whatever I can to let other people know about it. I know for me, when you bring your art and your tattoos to a certain level, the fear of other people taking your business should kind of go away. And if you do get that fear that other people are about to start coming in and taking your business, you need to work harder and get better. So at my shop, I am pushing very hard for everybody to really push the limits. Let's not get too comfortable. Let's keep pushing it to the next level, to the next level. And I want to see all the artists that work at my shop thrive. I want everybody to be making good money. I want everybody to feel fulfilled as a tattooer. I know a lot of times in tattooing, we got to just do whatever it is that comes in the door, and that's all fine and good. But I would love for an artist that has a certain style to be able to express that style and really become the artist that they can be. So anyway, the shop I was in, I saw it was a sinking ship. When I moved out and got the shop, the new shop location, 2 weeks later that shop closed. The shop that I was at a year before also closed down at the same time, so I was able to pick up one of my best friends, and I've known him for a very long time, phenomenal artist, and his name's Gory Greg. You can find him on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And he needed a place to go, and you know what? It was that knowing that I had him on board really took away any anxiety I had about hiring anybody. I knew that I could have me and him, and you know what? If that was it for a couple of months, that's absolutely fine. So we had another girl that used to work with us as an apprentice over at the shop, and she bounced around to a couple of different shops because one shop closed, then she came to our shop, and then that shop closed, then she went to another shop and was getting treated like crap over there. So I said, you know what, you can come over, and I know you're not going to be able to bring in the kind of money that everybody else is, but also I can use you for shop duties, for social media, for taking pictures. And she has done an absolute great job, not only at tattooing, but helping me to manage the shop. So it's just the three of us right now. I'm looking for one more tattooer. So if you're a tattooer watching this in the area, or we're looking to move this way to being a fun, just a good shop to work at, no drama, you can definitely send me a DM and we'll talk about it. So, but with us three, I mean, if it's like this for the next year, it's really no sweat. I'm keeping a booth open where I can have guest artists. So I have had 2 guest artists a month, all 3 months that I've been open, which really helps supplement a little bit of money for the shop, but it also helps bring awareness, because now the people that are coming to do a guest spot at your shop, now we're all the clientele that they have, they're becoming aware of my business too. So it's really a win-win for everybody. Anyway, so of course you're going to have a little bit of nerves. Opening your own shop, it costs a lot of money. I wanted my shop to have really nice tattoo furniture, so I had to buy 4 brand new tattoo chairs. I had to buy 4 toolboxes. I had to buy a lot of stuff, printers, just the list goes on. When you sign a lease, my lease, I had to put up 3 months rent as a security deposit. So with all these different things, the bills start piling up. And as anybody that's looking to open a shop, you need to keep this in mind. You think that maybe you're getting ripped off at your other shop, but you don't realize what kind of money and what it takes to get a shop open and well known and operational. It takes a lot. So I would definitely say to anybody that's looking to open a tattoo shop, you need absolutely to crunch all those numbers, okay? And before you crunch all those numbers, if you're not an exceptional tattoo artist, don't open your own shop. First of all, you're not going to get the respect from the people that work there. If any good artists are in town and the person that owns the shop sucks at tattooing, no good tattooer is going to come work for you. So that's why you see a lot of these shops that open up, and they're opened up by some dude or chick that they're just not that great. All the tattooers that work with them are just not that great, and then they're another mediocre at best tattoo shop. And you know what? The tattoo industry has plenty of those. So if you're in that position, maybe consider humbling yourself and learning and growing. And maybe in a couple years, you can take that leap and open your own shop. But you know what? If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. Sometimes failure's the best way to learn. Okay, so I got great artists working at my shop, and I really never like to say that I have people working for me. We're all a team. I don't run a big old shop. I want everybody to know each other. I want everybody in there to be trusted. I want everybody to be able to have a key. They can come and go as they please. If they need anything, I want them to know that they can reach out to me, and I will help them out with, whatever it is. I want that tight knit community. So anyway, the first 3 months, I'm going to tell you right now, have exceeded my wildest expectations. It just feels like everybody in there feels like this is what we're supposed to be doing, and this is where we're supposed to be. And I am humbled to be the person that is providing this place for the artist to work. And I think it's very important to know that you have people relying on you. You have to be that person that makes the hard decisions. If it ever does come up that you have somebody that's not performing as they should, you got to learn how to be the guy that either figures out what the problem is and talks to the people that works there, and you can figure it out. Or if it comes down to it, you have to be the person that is willing to fire people, which is, of course, definitely something that I haven't had to do yet. And I think with the people that are working there, I don't see that happening with them. I've had many people applying for jobs, and I'm talking about like 20 artists have applied, and none of them I've given the job to. I could make extra money for them working at the shop, but I don't want any mediocre tattooers at my shop. I want everybody at my shop to be inspired by the people that they're working with, but I also want them to inspire us. So I want everybody there to be on the same level, not only with art, but also mentally. I want everybody to be hungry. I want people to be striving to get better. So that being said, for me, I know that I'm just the type of person that can handle this big step. And to everybody that's been following for a long time, to everybody that's been supportive, I really appreciate it. And let me tell you, just as a little, hopefully this inspires somebody, not to open a shop, but if you're struggling with addiction, with problems, I know if you watch some of my older videos, I can give you a little recap, but from the time I was 21 till the time I was 31, I was in prison. I got out 3.5 years ago. I busted my ass while I was back there getting good at drawing, but also when I came home, I busted my ass to get good at tattooing and become a better version of myself. I had this person that I saw in my mind that I wanted to be, and I look up to people. I've had heroes, but I heard something a long time ago, and it went around something like this. Become your own mentor. Become your own hero. If someone is inspiring to you, don't just aspire to be them. You become the person that is inspiring to yourself. Become the person that you would look up to if it wasn't you. So anyway, I will be sharing a lot more clips on tattooing, and let me know in the comments if y'all have anything that you want me to share with you. I plan on doing more of these videos about opening the shop. I'm going to take you down there, and I'm going to show you the new shop and everything, and show you how the place is coming along. please go ahead and check out my shop Instagram at Castle Keep Tattoo. We're in Wilmington, North Carolina. I just really appreciate everybody and all the support. Thank you very much, and have a great day.